Welcome back, everyone, to the Drift Crisis. In our last session, our group of adventurers, we could say, our pop idol group, Kamana and the crew, had arrived out of hell, seemingly back into the Pact Worlds system. However, to some oddities, while you seemed to be orbiting the red planet Akaton, the local scanners picked up the name of the planet not as Akaton, but as Galarian 3. Additionally, the chatter on all the local comms came up as being in the Vesk language, not in Pact Common, as you all are used to at this point. Leaving some confusion as to what was actually going on, you took the chance to rest a little bit, recuperate, try and pick up anything on the scanners or comms that could be of assistance, while Thinker took a look at the drift engine, or what has become of it, hoping to figure it out. Unfortunately, with little to no success. Before long, another ship chose to approach you all first. A relatively common class ship, a pretty fortified vessel with a number of weapons and just heavy armor, leaving not much to the imagination as the vessel's purpose. What did catch your attention about it, though, was its name. A very familiar name to all of you, the Primorata, the very name of the ship you all once crewed. And when they hailed your ship and a call came up on the vid screen between the two bridges of the ships, what could be more surprising than realizing that your exact selves were at the helm of this other ship? After some brief conversation, scans of the two ships, it was proven, really beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you all have landed not within the Pact Worlds you know, but in a separate universe, one where seemingly the Pact Worlds never came to their truce and they were conquered one by the Veskarium. After conversing with your alternate selves for a brief period of time, you did decide to meet up in person, have a meal, get the chance to speak with one another, and that will seemingly be happening on your ship, as it is the larger of the two vessels, and theirs might not be able to fit everyone on your ship comfortably. Before that meetup could take place, however, another ship approached, an Azlanti vessel, a Vanguard Void Sweeper, seemingly coming with violence in mind as it quickly attacked as you and your mirror crews ran to your battle stations and engaged with this Explorer class vessel, before long managing to bring it to its fiery doom, though not before its auto-destruct system put quite a healthy chunk of damage into the hull of your own vessel, leaving it, while still standing, quite weak right now. It'll take quite an amount of time to repair it. But with the ship being destroyed and danger seemingly far from sight, if you all are amenable to it, the Marauder plans to approach and do a quick jaunty spacewalk over to your airlock for dinner and conversation. So, you all are free to do what you like as the Marauder pulls up alongside your own and their crew gets ready to make way to your own.
So who's getting piloting lessons after today?
No comment.
My dexterity isn't all that great.
kind of want a clone of myself.
Hmm.
So I don't have to keep
Yeah.
running back and forth between the two terminals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Amara, but I think you're the only one with any good dexterity.
Yeah. Someone's got to have the good fingers around here.
What?
Definitely can't be me then. No fingers.
Yeah, they're quite useful for dexterity.
I drop a wrench. Shit. See what you mean.
Green, our visitors once they come on board.
Yeah, as Durgesh makes his way down to the cargo hold in preparation of welcoming your visitors, what about the rest of you?
Yeah, Kamana will head down to cargo hold.
Sure.
I'll join as well.
As you are leaving, Kamana, Amara, Cobalt will grab your attention.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have a destination in mind you'd like me to keep us on course for, or are we just holding steady right now?
That's a good question. What do you think, Miss Amara?
We should keep moving, maybe, just because of the giant explosion that we're escaping from.
Do we want to remain in atmospheric orbit, or do we have a specific destination that we'd like to begin heading towards?
Maybe orbit for now until we talk to these people and see what we can find out.
Sounds good.
All right. And he'll slide into the pilot seat as you get up from it, Amara. In order to... the ship could remain on autopilot, but he is choosing to remain there for now just to be safe. Rather safe than sorry. And are you heading down as well, Thinker?
Yes, I'll be joining.
Sounds good. Kian, are you heading to the kitchen to begin preparing a meal?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. A minute or so later, after you all catch your bearings, have some quick conversations as you are heading down to the cargo hold, there will come a sensor going off at the door that there are life forms approaching the airlock door. Durgesh, you would know right now, since it has decently repaired itself, there is an emergency locking function you could turn on if you would like to keep anyone out, but it's not the sturdiest lock, but you do have it. But
All right.
if you would like, you can also simply let them in when they arrive.
We invite them over. May as well just lock the door on them.
I mean,
Might be a little bit rude, yes. But, you know, we could be ruder.
I will let them board.
all right. As they arrive, they will hit the buttons on the exterior of the airlock door, which will allow them in, and before long they will make their way into the cargo bay itself. 5 figures looking exactly like yourselves. I know this artwork has them inverted, but that's just for the funnies and for help everyone keeping differentiated. In reality, they look exactly like yourselves.
I'm gonna walk up to thoughts that think. I'm gonna extend a tentacle slowly.
Thoughts will extend a tentacle as well in a crude mimicry of a handshake. And
Anything happen when we touch?
No?
Oh, good. I wanted to see if the world would blow up. Glad it doesn't.
That only works in time travel.
An earth-shattering kaboom?
Well, the hypothesis could have been wrong.
Do you think I would have accepted a touch from you if I hadn't already thoroughly vetted a hypothesis such as that in advance?
That's fair.
Durgesh, funny enough, as you give a Vesk salute, not just yourself, but everyone in this alternate crew gives a Vesk salute themselves in return.
Sons walking over my father's grave.
Well, they're dead, so what's that have to do with our now?
Just
Walking over their grave means we're still alive.
yeah. Thankfully.
Kamana will wave at Monarchy or whatever her name is.
Yeah. Easy way to refer to these people is as the Vesk world versions of yourself.
Okay.
But if you have other ways you would like to refer to them, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, Kamana will wave to Monarchy and say, myself.
She will raise a sort of slow hand in return and sort of point her finger upwards, at which point a hollow spark will project just a hello with a smiling emoji.
Oh, can you not speak?
An emoji of like crying face shaking slightly as the other Durgesh will pipe up. Unfortunately not. Kimana here lost her voice in an attack some years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's okay. We can still converse with your emojis and stuff, and we'll find out about each other.
But what of her music career?
The
How did you all make money?
synthesizations were.
I don't think they followed that career path.
Oh, she's like a Vocaloid. Okay.
A time ago she might have been, but circumstances have forced our crew into a different line of work these days.
Fair enough.
The Kian will kind of nod his head in the vague direction of the blown up Azlanti vessel. Azlanti incursions are many these days, so a number of crews like our own get hired on for planetary defense against them.
Privateers.
More like mercenaries, but privateers is a usable word nonetheless. Occasionally we'll venture out and make attacks on them ourselves, though we have yet to take on that sort of work.
Look, let's get out of this cargo hold and up to the dining room, okay? Take a seat, get more comfortable.
Well, of course. They will all begin following your group over towards the lounge, sort of taking a look around the ship as well. Not opening any doors or anything, but just sort of taking like a curious look around.
I forget where it's right here.
The lounge is down here.
I was like, why did she check the elevator?
You said dining room, and I was like, shit, we have a dining room?
The lounge.
We have a lounge.
Cafe or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cafe Kimana.
Hey, we could make a brand out of that.
She has to get more famous before we can do that.
I said it as a joke, but actually, it sounds like a really good branding opportunity.
It does, doesn't it? Can't get on that.
It's like those Gundam cafes.
Yes. We can have people dressed up as Kimana giving handshakes.
Kian, as you have been beginning to prepare food over the last few minutes, and you see the rest of your crew members make their way in alongside their exact duplicates, it might even take you, half a moment to differentiate between who is you and who is, who is a member of your actual crew and who are their counterparts. There are some, of course, minor visual differences between each group, but for the most part, without taking a close look, you realize that figuring out the difference between the two is not easy to do instantaneously.
He's like about to say hello to like individual people and just hello and welcome aboard. Boat should be out in a few minutes.
They'll all nod and greet as well in response to you, but the other Kian will make his way into the kitchen itself. Say, need any help with getting anything ready? Happy to help out. Don't want to be just simple guests.
Does he speak in Shadow Tongue or like the other Castlevarian, or pretty second to that?
Coming over and speaking to you directly, he switches over to Shadow Tongue.
Sure, I'm just making a quick spread, yeah. You need help, probably make it faster.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, he does a decent job at helping you get everything finalized. Notably, he doesn't know exactly where everything is, so he does ask a few questions, like where some of the spices are, but might even take a minute to take a look around, find where the reheaters are for things in order to get it all set up. But he pretty quickly picks up on where everything is and helps you finish the spread before you all begin taking things and putting them down on the tables for people to relax and eat to.
I would like to try to talk shop with Thoughts.
Sure.
So, back when Kimana was performing, what did you do to solve the constant idiots throwing things at the lights? 'Cause I've tried force fields, I've tried physical shields, I've tried mesh netting. They brought guns to the last one to shoot the lights. At this point, I think it's a joke to them.
fields. Haven't you ever used those? Turn the noises produced by the music into the audience as a sort of reverberating shield, specifically to bounce back any form of projectile. Simple acoustics, really.
That sounds dangerous.
That's genius.
If you stand inside of the field for too long, it could be dangerous to your eardrums, but more than anything else, it's simply using these sonic waves to create a form of force field that is not energy-based. And
I'm going to pull out my
amplifies the acoustics.
I'm going to pull out my notebook and start quickly taking notes and sketching up diagrams for a shield such as this one.
Yeah.
And
sit between the nerds.
does Thoughts, do they look like they recognize the notebook?
Give me a perception check. I mean, they're a Barathu. It's not like they have eyes or anything that couldn't easily give away their thoughts. But it's less so that you see a flash of recognition in them, and more so that you can somewhat see into their own hood and see a familiar-looking notebook yourself.
Okay. I for once in their life, showing a small bit of tact, Thinker will not comment on the notebook.
Amara.
Mm-hmm.
Your version will... do you have your weapon on you right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see your version also has a rifle, though. Or a rifle, though. It does appear to be a different type. Still a sort of two-handed rifle, though. It looks to be a bit more Magitech-based than your pure tech focus. But she does look over at you as these sort of initial soups are being served. So, have you been within any wars yourself?
The swarm
Oh,
invaded my planet when I was 13.
so the swarm is in your reality as well, then?
Mm-hmm.
You all had to fight that on your own? I can't imagine that must have been easy to do, but seeing as you're still here, does that mean the swarm has been beaten back?
Yeah, everyone in our place joined together for it.
Hmm.
It was weird. Even the vest got involved.
Strange indeed. But overcoming the swarm is certainly commendable.
Mm-hmm. Mostly scars, but got out of it alive and with the skills.
Scars are proof you're still living.
Mm-hmm.
The more stories you have to tell, the longer you've been alive.
Agreed. So, magic tech, huh?
She sort of pulls just like a quick glance at the rifle over her shoulder. Something similar. Azlanti made. Took it from them when they tried to kill off some of my friends a time back. Used it right back at them, and let me tell you the looks on their faces. Oof.
Kamana will whisper to Durgash. What are the Azlanti doing in our world again? Do we have to worry about them? I forget.
They're out there. I wouldn't be surprised if the Vescarium comes into conflict with them soon. So I don't believe they've made any overt attempts to attack the Pact Worlds.
Yeah, Kamana will kind of just ask everybody. So, is everybody engaged in this war against the Azlanti? It's just like total war kind of thing happening.
Durgash will pipe up. Well, that depends on how you look at it. Most of us are engaged with the Azlanti these days, but that's because the Vescarium is more so focused on pushing back the swarm at the edges of the vast. So,
So,
well, they fight on that front. They hire people like us in order to keep pushing the Azlanti back.
so
An
it's a
effective system.
two front war for you guys right now.
Two fronts, but give me a sense motive check, Kimana.
Okay, sure. Do.
They seem quite confident that even though they are in the midst of a two-front war, the Vescarium is still the sort of dominant force in the galaxy in this reality. So they are quite confident in their quote-unquote backing that they have.
Makes sense. I guess Kamana will just come over to Monarchy and just start having girl talk.
Sure. Monarchy is a bit quiet even when she's, using her hollow spark to converse. She doesn't use a lot of words. She intersperses a lot of emojis into what she's saying, but probably only responds to every 1 in 3 questions you ask, and doesn't seem particularly enthusiastic when you are having this sort of laid back conversation.
Kamana will ask her, Just whenever like they get a moment of privacy, where people aren't listening in, she'll kind of
Yeah, I
lean in
mean,
and
after dinner, you don't have to cram everything into the meal. You guys can take time to, give tours of the ship to other people. You can go to separate places to have conversations if you want. You do not all have to stay in the lounge during the meal to speak with people. So if you want to go other places, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, I'm taking thoughts to see the chaos engine.
Okay, yeah.
hit. But Kamana will ask Monarchy, did did something happen? You're, I get the feeling something happened, and that's why you're not very happy these days.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm. What was?
She will, for the first time, not respond with a hollow spark message, but instead with a direct message to your comms unit.
Okay.
That comes in the form of a video.
Okay.
Are you watching it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It is a pretty brutal video of what appears to be an Azlanti raid on a very familiar looking city and venue to you. Specifically the city you were born and the first venue you ever performed in. That effectively is a full suborbital bombardment that obliterated the city.
Yeah. I think as Kamana watches this, she's going to like start genuinely crying, and as the video ends, she's going to look up at Monarchy and just wrap her into a great big hug. Say, I'm so sorry that happened to you. We were supposed to put a smile on everybody's face, but after what the Azlanti did, can't believe they did that to you.
She hesitantly reciprocates the hug, but does so nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's mostly what I wanted.
Sure.
Wanted to know.
Anyone else have things they would like to chat about with either their alternate versions or someone else's alternate versions? Things they'd like to show them, places they'd like to go in the ship?
I figured I'd get drunk with her Amara and just share war stories and scars.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'd love to assist. Sorry, I'll go after.
Yeah. Not much. Just Amara, you, and Arama. We'll say, why not? Fuck it.
Rama head chaser.
Giving war stories. Can you go ahead and give me, this can be public, a deception check? Okay. As you are conversing, though, other Arama here is sharing a number of stories, going toe to toe on, showcasing stars and stories from what they came from. They have barely touched any alcohol compared to the amount you may be drinking.
Not your thing?
I'd rather not do anything that could dull my senses. I
Hmm.
trust that I'm in a safe environment right now, but too many sleepless nights, too many times keeping an eye on the vid screen.
Ah,
Don't really risk dulling my senses anymore.
that I can see. Well, good on you. More for me.
More for you indeed. As the two of you drink and share stories for a while, Amara would at some point ask if you guys have like a shooting range on your ship where you practice, and offer just a friendly little shooting contest if you say yes.
Oh, of course.
Who else?
I think their guest would just be asking his other how the Vescarium took control of the system and whatnot. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's something that would be curious to him.
Go ahead and give me just a general diplomacy, or if you sort of want to showcase the strength of Vesk from your own reality, you could give me intimidation if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll go intimidation.
Sure. Okay.
It could be worse.
Could be worse. Could indeed be worse. Yeah. Durgesh will happily regale you with tales of his reality, that starting about 36 AG, the Vescarium began a long campaign to conquer the Galarian system. After the Battle of Aledra, the various representatives of worlds in the Galarian system came together to try and form an alliance. Aox was excluded from these talks, and after the bureaucrats argued endlessly, they were unable to come to a power-sharing agreement. They left Absalom Station after giving up, leaving each of the worlds to fend for themselves against the Vescarium, which ended with conquest of the system proving to only be a matter of time.
Whereas in our reality, Eox did join, right?
Eox did join and was actually one of those who pushed for the alliance. And that is what led to the formation of the Pact Worlds.
So they didn't. So the corpse fleet wasn't a big a factor in their conflict.
Correct.
That would explain it.
And is very happy to speak on the glorious deep space battles between the Star Empire and the Vescarium that have been going on for nearly 50 years at this point.
Damn.
So, happy to talk. He would ask at some point if you are willing to. He'd love to see just the bridge of your ship, how you guys operate your ship. Durgesh mentions that he is the pilot of their Marauder, and so is curious as to how you guys have yours laid out. He noticed on the vid screen in the call that you guys have a sort of 2-floor bridge layout, and that interested him.
I'm gonna do a feeble sense motive, see if there's any ulterior.
Sure.
Although I'm not very good at it, so I'm probably just gonna check him at his word.
Go for it. Okay. Let me see here. He seems to be legitimately curious. You do gather from your conversation with him that he is seemingly a little disappointed, less with you, but more with just how your reality operates. The fact that the Veskarium didn't conquer the Pact Worlds has made him a bit derisive, so it almost seems like he wants to see the bridge of your guys' ship so he can prove to himself that their ship is better. There's you could say, I don't want to say inferior, it's sort of a superiority complex he's got. It seems.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Show him the bridge.
Okay.
I do warn him this isn't explicitly a war vessel, so don't get too excited about it.
That's fair. Kian, was there anything you wanted to talk about with your counterpart?
If the boss can finalize him, he'll talk with him, but he's just kind of going up to the observatory on the edge, laying down.
Sorry, your mic is a bit quiet and choppy. I could not make out what you were saying there.
Is it better now?
Better, yes.
Ian's not gonna ask him, but if you follow, you won't mind. But Ian is just going up to the observatory and relaxing in like the different biomes.
Sure. He will eventually join you up there. He doesn't sort of immediately follow you. He seems to maybe sort of take a lap around the open areas of the Primorata, but does eventually make his way up the elevator towards the observation deck as well.
If he comes in, Kian's like the first thing he'd ask. Are there any good safe havens for a crew like us in this place? At least till we get unstuck from this reality.
If you're looking for a safe haven from this sort of reality, then I can't really say there is off the top of my head. Do you figure out any way to get back on your own that you're aware of?
I think we're still just exploring the newness of the ship.
Well, we'll be happy to stick alongside you if you want while you're getting your bearings.
Much appreciated.
But he does not know somewhere that could be easily considered a safe haven for you guys in this reality, as this is not a safe reality. Thinker, was there anything you wish to do with thoughts?
Just while I'm showing him the Chaos Engine, I really just wanted to pick his mind about things he's invented, his role on the ship of the Murata, and just kind of talk shop.
Sure.
Definitely just want to figure out what he's invented, what I can use, if I can offer him any advice for any of the weird things I've invented. Yeah. So my question about this engine really is, why 3 rings?
Did you give him the sort of breakdown of how this engine came into being?
Oh yeah, I totally did.
Okay.
I was info dumping the entire way up the elevator.
Well, my initial thought would have been that it's because there may have been 3 ships in the mix. You said you had crashed into one right beforehand, correct?
Yeah.
Is there a chance that pieces of that vessel got mixed up with this one as well, in the merging that you went through?
Maybe, but that drift engine was broken. We know that one was broken, so it's confusing. Plus, it was a drift engine, much like our own. So it still doesn't explain why there are 3 rings. That's the part that's getting me. I get the 3 ships, but the 3 rings. I can't make sense of it.
Well, I mean, this lets you spin in 3 different directions, 3 dimensions. I mean, have you ever interacted with the 4th or 5th dimensions?
It does let us travel transdimensionally. Transuniversally.
Well, yes, but the...
So technically that's not just 3 dimensions.
Well,
That's
those
a
are
bit
the
more.
3 dimensions. From my understanding, the 4th and 5th and more dimensions are
Yes.
different entirely states of being. Planar and transuniversal travel is impressive, but it is a different sort of experience.
But for something built out of the Chaos Sails, it seems so uniform. For it to be the 3, the X, Y, and Z planes that make up the 3rd dimension.
Well, perhaps that's the drift engine playing a part then as well.
Maybe. It's just fun discussing this stuff, from like an academic standpoint.
Thoughts will, take a moment at some point, pull out a notebook of their own to scribble some things over before sort of putting his notebook back under his hood and grabbing yours and his drinks once more and handing yours to you as he just sort of stands in front of the engine and sips his mug.
Sip my mug as well, and I'd love to hear more about what Thinker invents. What Thoughts invents, and all the other things. I'd love to just pick Thoughts' mind.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh boy, can I give you Barathu lore instead?
No.
You want this blind?
Nope, this can be public.
11.
That is a failure, if you would like to hero point that.
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Most of the basics after I stopped doing performances, it came to more wartime technology that I've been working on inventing and perfecting, so... scrounging Azlanti in shipyards that have been produced within the system, dealing with, subsonics, destabilization of Azlanti power cores. Did you know Azlanti vessels all have a unique power signature on their ships?
Must make it a bitch to track them.
Au contraire, makes it much easier because their signature is much easier to discern amidst all the others. So they'll have that little extra that goes, "Hey, we're Azlanti. We're here to kill you."
Oh, I see what you mean. I see
Yes.
what you mean. Yes.
So
I suppose in that sense it would be a little easier to track them.
yes. The tracker for
Fascinating.
that was a brainchild of my own.
Oh. You had your brain children then.
A long time ago. Long time ago.
I see. I understand.
Does anyone else have things they would like to talk about as the evening wears on with your various counterparts? Would you like to speak with anyone else's counterpart?
I think Kamana would generally be asking the counterparts if any of them know how to get back to our home universe.
Sure. As with Kian, unfortunately, none of them have any real easy idea of how you guys can return. Even Thoughts, after looking at the signal chaos engine for a while, doesn't have any better idea how it functions than Thinker does. Thinker, actually, I will allow you to give me one more engineering lore with a successful aid, so +1 circumstance bonus to it if you would like. with
Uh,
thoughts
yeah.
helping you out.
I would love thoughts to help me out here.
Mhm.
This one I will hero point.
Okay. After a while looking at it, within that sort of what appears to be drift energy in the midst of the chaos engine, you end up noticing what appears to be an input display of some sort that looks like coordinates could be input into it. If you were willing to stick your tentacles into that massive energy.
I'm gonna look at thoughts.
It's your ship, do whatever you want.
Well, you do think it's a good idea.
I mean, not while we're on board your own ship, I'll be entirely honest. Last thing I want is this ship jettisoning away to wherever this engine will take us while we're stranded from our own vessel.
Can't object there, but don't you want to see it?
From a safe viewing distance, yes.
Ah,
I've gotten old.
so
I
have
don't
I.
want to be on the front lines anymore. Are you kidding me? Let the testing of strange things to the younger generation. I don't
We're
want
the
to be a
same
part of it
age.
anymore. And
You
you
lost
have
your
no
sense-
sense of self-preservation?
Do you have no sense of adventure?
Not anymore.
God damn. What, the Vesk breed that out of you? Thinker says that entirely as a joke and does not understand any subtext relating to it.
Yeah, that's fair. Thinker, give me a fortitude save.
When did he poison my drink?
A while ago.
Alright,
Oh
good
my, what?
That's failure.
Okay. I'll hero point that as well. Did my first one succeeded, right? My first hero point?
It was good enough.
Okay. So I don't get that one back.
You do not get that one back. I would have let you know if you did.
Oh boy,
you
I get
this one back, though. All right. You don't necessarily notice it happening to you, but over the course of this conversation, your mental faculties become a bit more pliable to answering questions. You
Do you have
start
any-
being a little less critical in your thought processes, though you don't necessarily recognize this happening. You
you have
are
any more-
effectively stupefied right now.
Do you have any more? This is very good. This is this comes this comes from a Vesk world?
This drink? It came from your kitchen.
Right.
You acting
Yes.
okay, friend?
Yeah. Reach a tentacle out to the input very slowly.
Oh no.
Thoughts will smack yours away with his own. Oi!
Boo.
Stop it. Safety.
Okay. I've stopped.
Wait until we're gone at least.
Okay. Okay.
Do you really want to jump to who knows where in the middle of unfamiliar territory? Assuming that it works?
I mean, look, it's a 50-50. Either we stay in unfamiliar territory, or we're back in familiar territory.
You do recognize that coordinates are the same across universes, right?
50-50.
I'm going 90-10.
Well, considering the expansion of the universe, yeah, that makes sense. I'm just gonna kind of sit there,
Yeah.
stewing.
After about 10 minutes of this, you may give me another fortitude save if you'd like.
I want to ask if he also seems stupefied, but I'm too stupefied to notice, aren't I?
You're effectively only stupefied 1 right now. So it's a minor penalty to all of your intellectual capacities.
I don't notice this though, right?
You do not.
All right. Well, then I'm not making any checks for him.
If you were planning on sensing motive on this guy as well, then
Nope.
Yeah, then
Not after the first one.
If your guard is lowered, but eventually you do sort of snap your hood, what counts for eyes, a couple of times and regain your clarity. You feel like for the last 10 minutes or so, your mind has been a bit muddled, but that could very easily be a just not enough sleep. It's been such a long and harrowing day. You have been busy since the crack of dawn. You were repairing, soundstage equipment in the morning, followed by the crash, repairing the ship, then the drift crash, getting the ship up and running, then immediately almost getting into a fight once you were here. It has been a mentally draining day. So,
Sorry. I seems a bit out of it. I might need to go and rest my mind for a bit. Is that okay? I don't want you're a visitor on our ship. I don't want to, be rude or anything.
Well, the day is getting quite late at this point anyway. I imagine we'll all begin getting back together, head back to our own vessel and sleep for the night.
You're a good man, Thoughts.
I do my best.
I'm gonna nod slowly and float my way out.
Sure. Before the crew of the Marauder head back to their own ship, does anyone else have any other things they'd like to do or discuss with their counterparts? At this point, they've been here for probably 4 hours or so. It's a little after 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, no, I think Kiana's just has been on the verge of falling asleep since the dinner began.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Is anybody else making fortitude saves?
Nope.
Okay.
I emoted what Durgus would have been doing.
Yes,
just
I
explained.
noticed.
Yeah, it's like this is not a typical bridge of any make or model. It's entirely unique and all that stuff.
Durgish is just sort of silently taking it in. The look of superiority does fade a little bit. There's more satisfaction replaces his expression.
Oh, wonderful.
Monarchy would eventually sort of give that waving goodbye emote to you, Kimana. She definitely got even more quiet after she sent you the video.
Yeah. Kimana will, as Monarchy is leaving, Kimana will come up like a little bit nervous because she knows that Monarchy is kind of a stoic person that maybe doesn't like to talk too much, but she'll leave Monarchy with, I, I, I I know a lot has happened to you, and I know it's hard to forget about it, but please try and remember that we should always try and smile, okay? No matter what happens, we smile so that other people can smile too.
Give me one final diplomacy check.
Uh-huh.
She gives a sad smile in return, but does seem to be cheered up a bit by her words. As she and the rest of her crew make their way back to the airlock and walk on back over to the Marauder. At that point, it is likely a good enough time for you all to finally get some rest. After the hell of a day that it has been. Thinker has seemingly decided that it is the lower floor rooms for you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. We paid for the good rooms. We're sleeping in the good rooms. Sue me.
Yeah, I think Kiana just falls asleep in the observation room.
Okay. Sure.
I'm so upset.
What? Oh. All right. Don't take a long rest yet, Kian. I didn't tell you to
Oh,
do
my bad.
that. Reset your hit point down one.
Uh,
You guys would have had time during this meal, at the very least, if you wished in the last 4 hours to take breaks, treat your injuries, make sure you're close enough to Kamana that she can send out healing to you during that time. So you can all at least be at full health, but this is not a long rest yet. This day has more for you.
Oh, boy.
yo.
Nothing bad, though.
Not more fortuitous.
Can I finally get rid of wounded one?
You may get rid of your wounded one condition, yes. And Kamana, I noticed you got rid of your fatigued condition, which
Yes.
is A-okay. Kian, you can
How
get
many
rid of
more
wounded
hours?
yourself. I'm sorry?
I miss having spell slots.
How many hours have passed since the fiendish temptation?
You still are affected by it, technically.
Okay.
Oh, no, it does only last for 1 hour. You're right.
No,
shit.
it's fiendish temptation is
The
24
boon
hours.
lasts for 1 hour, but then the actual temptation effect lasts for a day.
Yeah,
So
correct.
that's only been on you for around 5 hours at this point.
Oh boy. Okay. 19 more hours to go before my soul isn't consigned to hell if I die.
Yes. Not that Kimana knows that.
Not that Kamana knows.
Well, try not to die in the next 19 hours, please.
All right. Durgesh, do you just sleep in your open door frame?
I was just there so people knew that that's where I was.
Ah, gotcha. All right.
As man, I was going to each door. Oh, someone in there, right? Oh, someone in there.
Alright.
I just unselected my token, and now I can see where everyone is.
Good on you. Alrighty. As you all head off to sleep tonight, I would like everyone in the party to give me a will save, please.
No, not like this.
No.
Can we... I can't touch something real before this, can I?
You cannot what? You stepped away from your mic, it sounds.
Sorry. I can't touch something real before this, can I?
You are asleep.
Fuck! I use my tangible object.
No, you may not. Some good rolls nonetheless, though. Very, very good rolls for you all. Interesting indeed. Kimana.
Uh-huh.
As you fall asleep, peaceful rest quickly overtaking your exhausted eyes, bringing you into a land of peace, finally, to wash away the day's exhaustion and allow you to greet the next day and all of the challenges that it brings. A dream comes to you in the night. At first, darkness surrounding you, as with every night you go to sleep. But this is not just a normal darkness. As you find yourself able to look up, seeing these stars and constellations, congruent little families of burning suns. You see a beautiful belt of glittering asteroids, the diaspora, directly overhead. In front of you, what you could have sworn wasn't there in the darkness a moment ago, a tall marble statue. A woman, long hair, long limbs, a long dress billowing around her feet. Butterfly wings spread triumphant and wide behind her. A figure you know. But at the same time, so unfamiliar to you. Perhaps this isn't the first time you've dreamt of this figure. Perhaps this isn't the first time you've dreamt about this place. Who's to say?
What's that supposed to mean, Jericho?
Good question. Would you like to do anything?
Okay, so I'm seeing the lady in butterfly wings flying above the diaspora.
Above you is the diaspora and the stars.
Okay.
This statue of a woman with butterfly wings stands directly before you.
Okay. Do I recognize it as Desna?
Give me a recall knowledge roll.
Desna did... Well, above table I know Desna does stream stuff.
You are still targeting, but I know your modifier, so that is okay.
Plus 7.
You do not recognize this statue.
It
is, I should
good.
specify, not the statue of a human.
Oh.
It is more insectile in appearance. But
Okay.
still dress, butterfly wings. It looks almost like a very regal moth standing on two legs.
Okay. Okay, well, that's really weird. Hello?
Your voice echoes out in the darkness around you. You are in a room of some sort, you realize. There is glass between you and the stars above, a beautiful windowed dome directly overhead. The room itself, not terribly large, no more than 30 feet at its widest point, but old, decrepit. A number of trellises and planter boxes along the outer walls, each of them filled with the withered remains of flowers and plants and bushes and fruit, long since rotted.
Is anybody there? What is this place? Hello?
Only the echoing of your own voice serves to answer your question. You are alone in this place.
Kamana doesn't... Does Kamana know she's streaming right now?
Should she like to recognize that this is a dream, Kimana could and choose to wake up at this point. But if she wished to choose to remain, she absolutely could.
Okay. I think what Kamana will do is, she'll hang out here in this dream, hoping that somebody might show up at some point that she can ask about, like, what the hell's going on.
Absolutely. You wait what feels like minutes, which turn to hours. The passage of time seems non-existent to you. It could be mere seconds that could go by, but at the same time, it could be years that pass with nothing changing in this room aside from you and this statue staring down upon you.
What's up with this? I don't get it. Kamana will. I mean, during this time, she'll go around and like fiddle with the planters and the dead plants in them, and probably at some point go up and touch the statue.
Sure.
Anything happen during any of that?
Peace fills your mind when you lay your hand upon the statue. This is not a malevolent force that has you here. This. Give me a sense motive check on the statue.
Sense motive on the statue.
Yeah, fuck it. It's a statue, unfortunately. Try as you might, you can feel like this statue is trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, your mind remains closed
Okay.
to whatever message it is trying to share.
Yeah, I think at that point, Kamana will kind of like look up sadly at the statue and say, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding right now. I'll try and come back tomorrow night and say hello then, and maybe we can talk. Maybe I can bring some of my friends and they'll understand better. I have some really smart friends, so
Okay.
I'll try and bring them with. I'm gonna go wake up now, though.
All right, as you will choose to wake up at this point, your mind coming to terms with the fact that this is in fact a dream, and you may go ahead and gain the benefits of a long rest.
Oh, okay. Interest. Just me right now?
Just you for now, because
Okay.
you're not the
Oh,
only
I
one
don't like
having a
that.
dream.
I don't like that.
Amara,
Mm-hmm.
similarly, you fall asleep tonight. You find yourself floating in a vacuum, something that feels somewhat familiar, a coldness to you as you are enveloped by space itself blanketing you. Only the stars for company. And what appears to be a small space station that you are floating near with a very clear airlock with an access panel beside it.
Drifty time. Now, might as well try to get back inside, I guess.
Sure. Make your way over to the what should be the starboard airlock of this ship, it seems. As you float your way up, grabbing a hand on the exterior door, your other hand reaching for the access panel of this vessel, this station, that is seemingly password encrypted.
Hacky.
Sure. Would you like to do that, or would you like to just enter the passcode?
Oh, if I know the passcode, then that's better than trying to figure it out again.
You're not sure how you know or why you know, but as you stretch out your hand, preparing to pull out your hacking toolkit to access this panel and get yourself inside easily, you instead find your fingers dancing across the keypad into an H, an A, an R, quickly spelling out the word harmony. Before the airlock opens soundlessly and you are able to hurry inside.
Good, good.
What was the passcode?
Harmony.
Harmony.
Make sure caps lock is on. You did turn that on.
Mhm.
Very important.
Yeah.
Your boots hit the floor of this station, a sharp, sudden return to gravity's embrace, bringing you into the fold of this building. This station, this starship, this familiar place. Can't quite put your finger on it. It's not that you have been here before, more so that you know something is waiting for you here. Something within this vessel, something important that you need to get your hands on.
All right, I'm coming for you, baby.
As you finish stepping through the airlock into a relatively simple access room. There's a set of double doors ahead of you, a single door to your east. Which direction do you head?
I'll go east.
East, towards the single door, okay. Making your way towards the single door itself, there is another access panel for the door. Not one that appears to be locked per se, simply that the door itself seems to be perhaps malfunctioning slightly. As you reach for it, sparks of electricity jump out, shocking your fingers, singeing the fur on your hand as you try to open the door. It seems to be trying to keep you from entering it, but you can push through if you'd like.
I'll push through.
Okay. You push through, dealing with the burning of your fingers as you slide the access door open using the controls of the panel, stepping into what shouldn't be more than a supply room. Rows of wire shelves, organized and labeled stores of food, medicine, clothes, other supplies, all filling the shelves, enough to keep a crew of a vessel of this size fed and alive for a very long period of time. Can you give me a perception check, please? Oh. Okay. Yeah. While the malfunctioning panel is strange, perhaps just an issue with the system, all evidence points to this being a well-stocked and fully functioning space station.
I look for something important.
Unfortunately, you start to believe you've already missed it. As you continue to look about, searching for whatever is important, whatever is waiting within this vessel that you are supposed to find, more and more certain you become that you have made a critical error since entering this place. You have done something wrong, missed something This dream's just another bust. It's like
Man, we're not having good luck with these streets.
perhaps the past few times you've dreamed this place, you've forgotten it as well. You've missed what it is you're supposed to find, but surely you'll dream of this place again. Maybe next time you'll find what you're looking for.
All right.
Kian and Durgesh, since you both rolled the same on your will saves, which of you would like to go first?
Don't matter to me.
Unhelpful.
Same. It doesn't matter to me either.
Both of you roll a
All
d20.
right. All right.
Amara, I'm so sorry. You rolled a nat 1 on your perception check. There wasn't much I could do for you there.
Yeah.
I am the most stressed I've ever been.
Dream time with Jericho. What could go wrong?
That was.
Kian, as you fall asleep among the Garden of Nirvana, a true peace that you haven't felt in a long time, welcoming the oncoming of sleep and of dreams, as that has always been what has helped you to find peace at night through your own worship of the goddess Desna. Curly, Larry, and Mo also sort of floating within their own bubbles of elemental water, every now and then coming out to swim in the air itself alongside you while you sleep, not for long before they head back to their own bubbles, though. You find yourself in yet another dream. One that you have been having for the last few nights. Though it has never been so clear to you until now. It has always been fragmented, disjointed. You've never really been able to remember much of it upon waking. However, this time you feel will be different. This time you stand aboard a vessel that you don't recognize, an unfamiliar bridge that you have seen before, perhaps even been to, but do not recognize. Because monsters lurk here. Unseen evils stalk this vessel. They weren't always monsters, though. There is a purple creature. Humanoid, but insect-like in appearance. Different from a Sheeran. Ancient, decaying wings, delicate like those of a butterfly, once rainbow-colored but now mottled and filled with holes. Lurches toward you, clumsy and slow, far different from the priest they once were. What do you do?
I think in that moment, he just thinks to himself, I guess here we go again. Kind of charges up his, or whatever he thinks would be his solar weapon, and just kind of gets in the battle, like a battle stance, to be what the creature does when it approaches, or if he has to fight it.
Absolutely. As it continues lurching clumsily toward you, it reaches its arms forward, which the old claws upon it, which look like they might fall out of it at any moment in time, still manage to catch. Not on you, for this creature still hasn't made it to you, but on space itself. The very fabric of reality is what these claws catch upon as it begins tearing the world apart around you.
As Kian's kind of just watching this in puzzlement on there, I think he thinks to himself to move forward. Would he recognize that as like a horrible, like something that could not be undone once it's been done?
Oh goodness. Give me a religion check. With a +2 circumstance bonus because of your faith in Desna.
And that's straight up, doesn't have to be muted.
I'm sorry?
Doesn't have to be blind roll, right?
No, this can be public. You do have a +2 to that, so that's a 3, but it is up to you if you'd like to keep that.
I'll use a hero roll on that.
Sure. Can't get much worse.
So 10.
10. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. It does not seem actively harmful to you at this moment in time. However, as it tears where reality is collapsing, you can catch glimpses of a new reality filling the void. Purple and green splotches of energy starting to leak out of the tears and overwrite that which exists. Small tears like these are not necessarily harmful. If this creature were to continue, though, the damage it could output could be untold.
I think Kian starts moving towards it. But you know how moving in like dreams move weird and awkward ways on there?
Mm-hmm.
So he starts moving in there, and so it's like a struggle to get closer and closer, or struggle to get to a speed that he recognizes as a natural speed.
Yeah.
But he's moving moving in as close as he can get, as
Sure.
quick as he can get.
You approach it surprisingly with a bit more control than you imagine yourself would have right now. You can feel there is a jerkiness to your movements, that which occurs being in a dream. However, at the same time, it doesn't take long for you to get your bearings. It only takes a few steps before more confidence begins to fill you, and you find yourself striding forward at much closer to a normal speed, to the point that you absolutely are able to bring yourself within range of this creature, and if you'd like, you can make a strike against it.
Yeah.
An 11 would miss.
Can I do a hero roll on that one?
You absolutely can. That is still a failure, so go ahead and take your hero point back. And go ahead and take it back for the religion check as well, so you should still be at 3 hero points.
Okay.
As you swing for this creature with your force weapon, your solar weapon, the power of the stars themselves imbued into your weapon, there is a weakness in your blade that you notice. Through no fault of your own, the power that is forging your weapon, what you draw from the nearby stars to power them, is weak. As if the very stars themselves around you are dying, unable to spare any energy to provide to you. And as your weapon tries to smash into this creature, it raises one of its claws, tearing through reality once more before this green and purple energy spills out and devours the tip of your weapon, before it very quickly begins to crawl down the blade towards your own hands, seemingly intent on devouring you too.
I think in that moment, sheer panic kind of would wrap over him.
Fair enough.
I think he would try to strike it with his dueling sword, or strike at the hand that's devouring his solar weapon.
Yeah, you can absolutely draw your other blade, your more trusty, real weapon that you don't have to rely on the nascent power around you to forge, and strike with that if you'd like. I'm going to give you one more attack here to see if you can do anything against these guys now. No.
Can we roll that with the hero point?
Absolutely, yeah.
Guys, please, we've all failed. There
Oh,
we
Yes!
go.
thank goodness. Go ahead and roll damage for me, Kian.
All right.
As panicking, your hand nearly slipping from the hilt of your weapon as you go to draw it, you manage to bring it out and slash at the arm of this creature that created the tear, bisecting it just above the elbow, causing the clawed arm to flop wetly to the ground. Noticeably, no blood flows from the open wound, and as you get a better look at this creature, you can see that itself is covered in heavy wounds. This is not a living foe. This is the dead. This is a walking entity of undeath that does not understand pain. And while you have carved off one of its arms and lessened its ability to impact space and rip through reality any further, you have not fully stopped it. At this point, the rest of that energy finishes devouring the solar weapon that you had. You feel for a brief moment that spark of energy from the stars within yourself be closed off, almost as if itself has been devoured, before the next moment you're going to wake up in a cold sweat. And I forgot to mention this for Amara, but the two of you can gain the benefits of a full rest at this point.
I think he wakes up in a cold sweat and screams at the top of his lungs.
Fantastic. All right.
Does he get the benefit of a full rest? I don't think there's anything that he gets on it, but
You don't have anything. You don't have any resources that you manage on a long rest, so you don't need to hit long rest again if you don't want to.
Okay.
Let's see here. We got two other goofballs who haven't had a fun dream yet. What to torment them with? Huh.
Good luck.
Durgesh.
Hello.
As you fall asleep, letting peaceful sleep overtake you, perhaps remembering the look of confidence and superiority that the Vestworld version of yourself held, seemingly believing himself your better, simply by the fact that he has had a perhaps harder life than you. You wake up in a medical lab, it seems. Dragging yourself through the broken and malfunctioning doors of this starship into a lab, nursing a heavy injury on your upper arm, beckoning your allies who are also bearing heavy injuries into the room themselves. I need you to roll a d4 for me real quick.
Oh, okay. 2.
As you beckon everyone into the room heavily, each of them heavily injured, sporting various types of lacerations and heavy bruises, chunks of flesh ripped off, burn marks covering what skin has been exposed through their suits. Notably, there is one figure in your group who does not enter the room with you. One who was not even with your group, as Thinker is gone in this situation.
Oh, well. No.
Practicality at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we lost the nerd.
Nerd down, nerd down.
You didn't just lose him. He's not missing, perhaps, because in your heart at this moment in time, looking over, seeing Kimana holding on to a specific notebook, you know that just recently Thinker lost his life.
Yeah. I guess I won't go get him then.
This,
Fortunately, that happened.
There's no response from your group members, though they have followed you into this room and are nursing injuries just as bad, if not worse, as your own. Their eyes are blank, lifeless, nothing more than facsimiles of the true versions of your friends. The walls surrounding you are a cold steel, much like how these figures appear almost. There's no windows or anything. You are in an empty room with nothing more than shells that share a likeness with your allies.
Huh. Well, securing the door, I think he'll go to take the notebook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, see what's on the last page. Maybe he wrote something important.
Interesting. Huh. I would like you to give me a religion check, please.
Oh no. One of my worst rolls. Oh no.
Ah.
Oh, attempt the hero point that. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Okay.
Nope. I can't read nerd.
Unfortunately, as you open this notebook, flipping to the last page, hoping to get a glimpse as to what Thinker would have noted down in perhaps his final moments even, you can make out that there is writing on the page. Unfortunately, the page is also covered in blood.
Oh boy.
Frustrating almost, considering that even though you all have digital comms units and notepads with which to note things down in, that would be much easier to access, much less prone to any sort of corruption, you could say, like this. Thinker always had that habit of keeping everything down in that notebook, which makes it much more prone to issues such as this occurring.
I throw the notebook on the floor angrily and say, "Curse your text!"
There is... Give me... You know what? I'm going to give you one more chance here, because I like your idea. Give me a... I will allow a perception check, and this can be public. I know perception is not great for you, but this is karma for the way you built your character.
All right, here we go. 13.
You
I'm gonna assume
may
that.
want to use a hero point if you would like.
Okay, here we go.
Guys, have we rolled?
Damn
Like...
it!
We're getting the bad rolls out of the way.
No, that's not how it works.
Sorry, I got all my good rolls earlier today.
I get those back, correct?
Yes, you do.
All right.
Unfortunately, there's nothing to be made out on the page that could be of any use to you.
I don't see any tri-ring diagrams in there.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
That's probably what the clue was.
It was not, I will tell you that much.
Oh, okay.
It was something else that could have been of potential importance. But unfortunately...
Yeah, well, it looks like we're missing out on everything important right now.
Hey, Kian got a successful hit off.
Give me something to wrestle, and I'll show you something.
We don't do that in dreams.
Oh,
Dreams are for the trauma and speculation.
And dancing midgets.
And those two, not in my dreams.
midgets. What?
Well, Twin Peaks reference.
Yeah.
Nope.
I wouldn't know
Notebook
that.
is
I need to watch
dead
that.
end.
Yes, you do.
Sorry,
Not
Dargesh?
sure what else. Just sort of thinking that. So, Notebook didn't produce any.
Yeah. I mean, you are
Infinite
in
use.
what appears to be a medical lab of some sort.
Guess I'll push through it looking for any medicine or of the such.
Yeah, absolutely. Walking through the chamber, you take glances around at the various terminals, somehow knowing that you won't find anything in them. With an almost practiced precision, though, you make your way towards the back of the lab, and you do open a drawer next to a computer console and find a full stash of both healing serums and med patches.
Well, not recognizing this as necessarily a dream, he gives out supplies to everyone and gets those who actually know what they're doing to do stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't. I don't do medicine.
It's not like these are med kits or anything. These are med patches and
Yeah.
healing potions, effectively. So
Right.
either
right.
just
Yeah.
mostly applying them to injuries is all that needs to be done.
Right.
As you all go about doing so, the chunk of flesh from your upper arm begins to slowly knit itself back together as you begin to regain feeling in the limb. There is something or some things on this vessel that are dangerous enough not just to heavily injure your entire group, but seemingly reap the lives of one of your number as well.
Hmm.
I think it is with that knowledge that you will wake up. Unless there is anything else you would like to do.
Go out there and pick a fight with it.
Sure. Avenge Thinker.
Yeah. Go hunting time. I'm healed up. Let's go.
And as for one last roll here, I'm trying to determine what I want.
He's
think-
desperately looking for a success on anything.
I know. And unfortunately, I have to ask for another skill you aren't great at, but I am going to ask for a will save here to see if you can maintain this dream long enough to leave this room and perhaps catch a glimpse of whatever it was that killed Thinker.
All right.
I believe in you,
Here we go.
Durgesh. Avenge me.
Ooh,
Mm.
21.
That is a good roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good roll.
I need my bullets. You took my bullet maker away.
It's not a large thing that you see before waking up. It is something small, but as you are making your way down the ship hallways away from the medical bay, leaving your crew behind for the moment while they heal themselves up, one of the vid screens lights up alongside you, revealing a curling open grin of a mouth with far too many glowing teeth within. Above it, a normal pair of glowing yellow eyes. I say normal, though there's no pupils or anything. They are just glowing yellow. And a third glowing eye directly in the forehead of this creature. The rest of the screen behind the face begins to almost crack and split as a multitude of different vibrant colors fill the spaces. Reds, greens, purples, blues. Almost like a stained glass window is being formed behind this grinning face.
I shoot it.
As you raise your gun at the screen and hear this almost unholy screeching laughter as the rest of the hallway comes to life and weapon systems lower out of the ceilings and train on you. You fire on the screen, and that's when you wake up. You may gain the benefits of a long rest. And last, but certainly least,
Please tell me I just have a good dream.
Thinker, did you delete your token from the map?
Unintentionally.
My
Someone
gods.
stepped on it.
You are a fucking moron.
Call my my cat did it. Shut up.
Oh, hi, B.
Sorry, I've been sitting here like petrified because I know my turn's coming.
You get to go last.
Hey, At least you didn't delete the ship.
You stand in a place not unwelcome to one of your ability when you awaken. What appears to be a server room of some sort, surrounded by computers and monitors. It's crowded, a bit uncomfortable solely because this isn't really laid out in such a way for individuals of your size or stature to fit between the consoles and actively access the computers. So trying to squeeze into the spaces in between to access anything is almost painful. But something is important here. The computers hold vital information. You know that for a fact.
I'll use my comm unit to access the local infosphere. If these servers plug in, do anything, I need to get access.
You've tried that before. There's a reason you couldn't access the infosphere. It doesn't exist here. Accessing these terminals is a manual sort of effort, and that's why you've had to squeeze your way into tight places in order to access anything. But it's not impossible. If you'd like to give me a computer's check, you may. I really thought that die was going to stay on it, too.
I did, too. Seeing as how we all rolled tonight.
You do manage to access these computers. You begin scrolling through files and images. There is something that catches your attention, even though the contents of these files, for some reason, isn't imprinting onto your ocular nerves. You aren't actually processing what's on here. The only thing you are processing, the only thing you are processing from these files is their dates.
Before you continue,
Mm-hmm.
Part of my anchor object being a tangible object, when I come within 10 feet of an illusion or a hologram that can be disbelieved,
Yeah, I'm aware.
you roll. Okay.
If you'd like to try and escape the whole dream, you may.
No.
Fair enough. All of these files are dated over a century in the future from now. Sometime around 435, 440 AG, as opposed to 322 like it is now. A future that has yet to happen. Files that are detailing what it is that is past and everything that has gone wrong within it.
Wrong. What went wrong?
Again, for some reason, whatever is actively on these files is refusing. It's almost as if your brain is rejecting the information. Your eyes are simply seeing empty files. You know there's information there of vital, not importance. No, that's not it. It's not these files. You can't actively see what's on these files for a reason. They aren't what's important. There's something else in this computer beyond these files. Something hidden. Something so deep that the computer itself doesn't know it's there, can't see it, but you could, with perhaps a little more time, a little more effort, you could crack it. You could find the truth.
I stay as long as it takes.
Would that this time afforded you enough to do so. Unfortunately, try as you might access what terminals you can, the information you know is there, what is necessary, what is of vital importance, not just for your survival, but for everyone's. Not just your crew's, the entire universe's survival is hidden within these files, somewhere among these thousands, perhaps more, of terminals. Would it be that you had enough time to search through and find them? Not just beyond this false vision, this dream that you find yourself in of this, a lifetime of yours wouldn't be enough to scour everything here. There's not enough time, Thinker. This future is fast approaching. It needs to be stopped. There's no time. Choice has to be made.
I'm gonna reach a tentacle up. I'm gonna touch the notebook. And I'm gonna flip to the last page. What did I write there?
Give me one more religion check.
I'm hero pointing that. Well,
You probably want to hero point that. Interesting. You did write something. I'm checking real quick for my notes. Give me half a moment. There are two things on the final page of your notebook. A blue and violet butterfly symbol crossed with what appears to be a set of grids at 45-degree angles in each of its wings, cutting through them. And a name, Ebias Taupe. I'll put that in chat for anyone who needs it.
do I recognize that as the symbol of Desna?
Yes and no. You recognize that the butterfly is the holy symbol of Desna. This symbol specifically I'm gonna need a blind recall knowledge check for this one, actually. I'm sorry.
Done.
You recognize that the butterfly is a holy symbol of Desna. However, while this could mean that, you get the feeling that there's more to it. You drew this specific symbol this way with the grid cutting through the wings for a reason.
The grids don't intersect. They just cut through the wings. They don't cut through the thorax of the butterfly.
Correct.
45-degree angles.
Mm-hmm.
Bias taupe. .3D grids or 2D grids?
2D. It was all 2D.
Are there any pages missing in the notebook? I flip back through everything. I flip to the 32nd page of the notebook.
This is what you would like to spend your time doing?
Flip to this one page. I flip to the 32nd page of the notebook. I know on the 32nd page there are the formulas and the ideas of formulas for alchemical things. That's where Thinker puts the alchemical notes. Is that what's there?
Yes.
I close the book, I put it back.
You've used up all your time, Thinker. You only had so much.
You have failed.
There is a blinding light originating from what should be the center of the server room as an irreversible decision is made. And you wake up. You may gain the benefits of a long rest. That is where we are going to go ahead and take our break as you all awaken. Because you awaken in the middle of the night still. Not in the morning like you would expect yourself to, but only around perhaps 2:30 in the morning. And while you should normally have to spend time preparing yourself for the day ahead still, you all find yourself refreshed, your preparations for the day seemingly already done, which is a good thing, because two of you find enemies standing directly over you. I need everyone to roll initiative, and then we're going to take our break.
Oh boy.
Oh, hello, thoughts.
All right. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. So, let's go ahead and get this, get some good music going first, as all of you awaken with a start within your rooms. As you mentioned, Kian, you come to consciousness screaming based off of your dream. Before the next moment, you quickly realize you're not alone up in the observation chamber. Thinker, you're not alone in your chamber either. Your door specifically is open right now, as your exact counterparts, weapons drawn, are in your chambers with you. And Thinker, your alternate version is unfortunately up first here,
All right.
as it is going to directly look at you, see you wake up, come to consciousness, and immediately attempt to lance out at you with a bolt of psychic energy. Can you give me a will save, please?
Yeah.
That is an exact success for you. You're going to go ahead and take half damage here. Yippee wahoo. You will take 4 points of mental damage as a lance of pure psychic energy invades your mind and immediately disturbs your thoughts upon waking. And I want to just check something. Yes.
Since we were resting, we are probably not in our armor.
Incorrect. You're not sure how or why, but as you wake up, you find yourself sitting on the edge of your bed, not even prone right now, weapon basically in hand, sitting next to you, and your armor fully donned. You've somehow managed to do an entire set of daily preparations while still asleep.
Wild.
The other you is going to then immediately warp space here, Thinker. And set down his reality field here. And you immediately feel yourself begin to slow down while you are in this area. You're going to take a -5 foot status penalty to your speed. If you use
I
your move
want
action
to
while
do
in
that
here.
too.
And that's going to do it for their turn. So unfortunately, Kian, that's going to bring us to the alternate you. As you can see them right in front of you, nearly having just come up the elevator with a laser pistol in one hand and their solar weapon in the form of a flail as well, which they are going to start by immediately detonating a black hole right in front of them. So can you go ahead and give me that fortitude save, Kian, as immediately the entirety of this observation deck turns into a gravitational well with the other you at the center.
No, the fishes.
Oh god, I have
he's
to
gonna
roll
kill
it for
the
the fish
fish.
as well. There was a button there, by the way, Kian, but that is a regular failure. And, buttons will always take into account what you've got, so if they are there, I would ask that you please click them. But
Yeah,
it
not a
is
problem.
up to you if you'd like to hero point that.
Might as well.
All right. That turns it into a critical failure. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. You know what? What we're going to do here, we're going to delete that. Go ahead and click the actual fortitude button, and we'll keep your hero point at used.
Oh. Nice G. Uh-oh.
Still a failure, so take your hero point back, but at least it's not a crit fail. So no double damage to you, just single full damage. Which will be just 1 point of bludgeoning damage. We could have gone with the double, but I'm trying to be nice to you guys today. So let's see. Mo, Larry, and Curly also take the damage.
Destiny, you're breathing into your mic.
Sorry.
You should be. And if you could take that damage as well, Kian.
Yeah.
As you are dragged towards the other you and knocked prone. God, I'm not putting Curly, Larry, and Mo on his token. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. And Curly and Mo are also knocked prone. With you being prone directly next to you, he is going to take his last action to try and swing the flail directly down on your prone form. And I'm so sorry, that is a natural 20.
Oh my fucking god. TPK.
For 20 points of damage, Kian, I'm so sorry.
Kian is down.
Kian,
What?
specifically in this sort of situation, I will ask you, would you like to use a hero point to force this enemy to reroll the attack?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't normally allow that, but because you are in a situation where you are so cut off from everyone else in the ship, I don't want to put you in a situation where you're basically guaranteed death. So, we are going to reroll. Okay, that is just a normal hit, so go ahead and we'll undo that damage to you so you're not dying, and you are not prone yet or anything. Instead, you are going to take 9 points of damage, which I believe leaves you conscious. However, you are still prone.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was prone from the
Yes. All right. Kimana, that brings us to your turn. As you wake up, you find yourself sort of sitting on the edge of your bed, almost just finishing a song, the last lyrics leaving your lips, the end of your morning prep as you finish making sure all of your magic is ready to go for the day. And you immediately hear your comm going off with grunts of pain from 2 different members of your crew. You may be muted right now, Kimana.
Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm zoning out.
No worries.
It's my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what does Kamana hear right now?
Just as you are waking up over your comms, you immediately hear a grunt of pain from both Thinker and Kian.
Okay. Straight door, open door.
You can see Thinker's door open and a bit of reality sort of altering around it as leaking out into the hallway as you open your own door.
Okay. Kamana's gonna see this, and she's going to shout, Durgesh, Amara, help Thinker. I need to go help Kian.
Roger.
And let me see here. Do move speed 25, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, not enough to get onto the elevator, but enough to start heading up.
Okay. And I have determined that getting on the elevator, you can use a single action to have it bring you to whatever floor you would like, is how I'm ruling the elevator of your ship working.
Okay.
That is going to bring us to your turn, Amara.
All right.
You similarly wake up, firearm already in your hand as you are just loading in your clip, and you know you've done a full check, even though you don't necessarily remember doing it. You know that weapon is ready to fire.
Good on me. Does it take an extra action to open a door?
It does, unfortunately.
Okay. 1, 2. Three.
Okay. As both you and Kimana run by with Kimana calling out over the comms, you can see into Thinker's room, and there are 2 Thinkers in there. It's very clear that your counterpart has come on board without any of you knowing.
Hindsight, I should have locked the door when you left.
Even if you did, they're you. They know your passwords, because theirs are the exact same. Your turn, Durgesh.
Self-change password? Move to the door. I open door. And I go... I can't tell them apart.
Durga shoots Thinker.
I will say I have my doodling sword in hand.
Sure. All right, Thinker, that's going to bring us to you.
Alrighty. I think I get to do this as a free action,
Ooh?
don't I?
What?
No, damn.
You're talking about dropping your warp reality?
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so.
that was a free action that the level 5 Witch Warper knows played at PAX was able to do. You, unfortunately, are still level 1.
Oh boy.
Suffer.
I am suffering. Um. I am going to cellular stimulant on Durgesh.
Okay.
Do you accept?
Sure. I don't know what that is.
You'll be quickened for a round, and after that, you'll be fatigued until you can rest for 10 minutes.
Oh. Alright.
You can decline if you'd like, and I have other things I can do.
Let's roll with it. See what happens.
All right, go ahead and grab your quickened.
And then I am going to stumble Thinker. I'm going to stumble, Thoughts.
Okay. We love stumble.
So that'll be a 17 reflex.
Mm-hmm. That is a failure on their part, so they will become off guard for a round.
And it, because he was floating, he crashes to the floor.
Yes. He was not floating enough that he would take damage from that.
Of course.
But his tentacles touch the ground. Oh no. And I believe that does it for your turn.
That's all 3.
All right, that is going to bring us back to the Vesk world of you. And I'm actually realizing,
Just out of curiosity.
Kian, we actually skipped your turn, and I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
Because it switched up the initiative when you had gone unconscious. So actually, before we do Thinker, we're going to give you your turn here, and then you'll go again after the alternate you. So you'll get a turn now, and then another one pretty soon.
This is what I want to do. Let me know if it's possible.
Yeah.
I want to enter the elevator, go down, then jam the elevator.
Oh, goodness.
You're just abandoned fishes?
And just so you're aware, these 4 squares are all the elevator, technically. So if you bring the elevator down, you'll be bringing the alternate you down with you.
Oh, okay.
So you could definitely send the elevator down from the square you're on, even down to the first floor where the rest of the crew is, but you would have to like shove him off before sending it down and trying to jam it. But you could absolutely send it down to the first floor with you and him on it if you wanted.
I think, like, psychically, I'll send a message out to come on and just say, I've got a guy up here. He's attacking. I don't know how you guys are doing. I can send down, but he hurt me fucking bad.
Would we be within 30 feet?
Not at this distance, no.
No. So then no. We'll just send it all the way down to the bottom level.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do, instead of you moving yourself all the way down, I'm just going to teleport you guys down. So forgive me.
Whee!
You know, I can't help but notice that.
And technically you'd be there, but we're going to just do that. We'll put you there. Little teleport point. And Curly comes down with you guys also, but I'm not bothering to move at the token.
God, I'm just going to immediately tell Curly to go back up.
Sure, you can spend your second action standing up if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll spend the second action standing up.
All right.
Could you crawl 5 feet and then send the elevator back up?
It is activated from within. Like there's a
Could I
call
activate the-
elevator button, but you would not be able to step out and then send the elevator up with just him on it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna strike him with.
Go for it.
Let me ask you, or
Mhm.
let me ask you if there's a role that you would want. Because from that dream, I think he has like a 0 confidence in like his solar weapon at this moment.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
is there a rule that you would want him to roll as to strike with it? Like his go-to would be to strike with a solar weapon.
Yeah. I mean, if you can roll it, if you want to impose a penalty on your own roll, thinking that you have no confidence in it and thus sort of putting less power into it as you do so, you're more than welcome to. Mechanically, it works just fine right now, but if you want to put a penalty on yourself, by all means,
Do a will check for it.
you could also do a will check.
Yeah,
See how
it's more of
confident you are.
just a will check as to
Sure.
whether or not he strikes with that one or his dueling sword.
Absolutely. And for reference's sake, the base DC for level 1 is 15. So I think you are able to recognize right now in this moment that what happened with your weapon happened in a dream. This is not a dream, this is reality, and your weapon should work just fine.
That kind of goes for that dueling weapon, kind of regains the confidence, and then just strikes him with his solar weapon.
Love it.
Oh, God.
No!
I will use my last hero point on
Yeah,
that.
go for it. A 16 unfortunately just barely misses, sort of skating across his own armor as he steps back into the corner of the elevator, just barely out of range of your weapon. Go ahead and take your hero point back, so you'll not lose that. But that is going to bring us to Thinker's turn, who is now a little annoyed seeing Durgesh right there. And is... You know what? Is going to try and shake the mind of Durgesh instead. So, Durgesh, will you give me a will save, please, as you step into the room, weapon drawn, and immediately a lance of psychic energy spears into your mind?
I'll re-roll that.
Go for it.
Son of a bitch. I saw that 18.
Still a failure. Take your hero point back. But that is going to be 9 points of mental damage to you. And Thinker is going to use his last action here to not maintain the warp space, but instead put a shield on himself. So the slowing effect vanishes Thinker and Durgesh, so you don't have to worry about that. But he is going to conjure a magical shield to protect himself.
I didn't even notice the disturbed reality.
It doesn't affect you unless you use a move action while within the area.
Okay.
So you were not technically affected by it yet. But that is going to bring us to opposite Kian's turn. And now that he sees multiple people, he knows from experience that Kimana is a mystic, and so he's actually going to ignore you, Kian, and he is going to strike with his solar flail against Kimana.
Oh no.
And that's another nat 20.
Can you Stop.
I'm taking all of the party's luck. That'll be 12 points of
I-
damage to you.
Live.
My fucking god.
Hot dog. From there, let's see. What does he wish to do here? He is being a menace, but he has taken a swing with you. He recognizes that Amara is actually a problem. He sees Kimana sort of near death and goes, okay, you know what, that's fine. We can deal with that. That's all good. Let's take out the rifle now as well, because that can be quite deadly. So he is going to step to here and then make a strike at you, Amara, as well with his flail. Actually, he's not. He's going to attempt to disarm you with it, since he does have the disarm trait on his flail. He is going to try and knock your gun out of your hand. Which will fail. So you will suffer no penalty on your next shot, even though as he wraps the flail around you and tries to scatter it from your hand, you hold tight. And Kian will bring it to you for your second turn now.
Kimana, on this, would you be like, if I were to grapple you and then send the elevator back up to get you out of harm's way?
I will be able to heal
Want-
both of us very quickly here. On my
Okay.
next
Then Kian is just gonna full force attack this guy.
Sure. If you wanted to move here first so you're flanking with Kimana, you absolutely could.
Yeah, I will.
Don't forget to target.
Sorry.
No worries. A 21 will absolutely hit. Ooh, good damage too. 10 points of slashing damage is definitely going to hurt him real bad as you carve into his side. Amara, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, cat.
Oh,
I have two of them.
feline menaces.
Yep,
Finally, someone who gets it.
I do.
14. It's not gonna hit.
That'll just barely miss, even with flanking, unfortunately. As you,
Oh, I
try.
still have a hero point.
You
I'll
do indeed.
use it.
Go for it.
Kian, do you have reactive strikes?
No.
Okay. Then I'm going to hope that alternate Kian doesn't have.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Solarians
misses.
can take reactive strike as a 4th level feat instead of normal classes being able to take it at 6th, but they do not get it for free.
Yeah, the only reaction I have is a Nimbus Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Best reaction in the game.
All right, Kimana, that'll bring us to you.
Okay. Here's hoping I was right about this Kian not having a reactive strike.
He did not do anything when Kian moved.
True. But he might be smart. I don't know.
He might be. These individuals seem to be mirroring the classes of you guys, though perhaps different abilities.
Okay. I'm throwing that onto myself.
Okay, so you gain 8 health.
Mm-hmm. And both me and Amara right now will have the effects of motivating ringtone.
Mm-hmm.
So Amara, go ahead and grab that.
Woohoo. Yeah.
Let's see, Kian has 19-ish. And then I'll go ahead and transfer all of my vitality to Kian.
Okay, so Kian, you can go ahead and heal 10. All the way back up to max.
And then I desperately hope that...
You don't die?
Yeah.
All right. Amara, that's going to bring us to your turn.
I think we all know what we're going to do.
Run away.
Aim, shoot,
Aim
kill.
first. Yep. What? It's loaded. Why did it say not loaded?
Just foundry things.
Just foundry things. Uh-oh, that hits.
Fuck him up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yar.
All right, not quite enough to kill, but definitely enough to put him into critical condition.
Fuck him up.
He was not quite expecting to see such a large group of enemies the moment he came down the elevator. And Grimace is seeing exactly what he expected. Both Kimana and Kian healed up immediately.
Then I'll move and reload.
All right, sounds good. Durgesh, you're up. You are quickened this round.
Help. I'm gonna try something. It's gonna be hard because it's some of a high will save. But I am going to demoralize as soon as I find the button.
Okay.
I'm gonna scream out like, "How dare you attack us as you rest!"
It's quite easy, in all honesty. It's the best time for a sneak attack.
Doesn't
No.
seem to be working for your
No.
friend very well.
No, I'm gonna hero point that. I saw that 18. Come on.
Oof.
Well, I tried. So then I guess I'm going to hit him a bunch of times with sword.
All right.
All right. Try what?
That will hit, even with the shield. He is still off guard from Thinker, and he's a wizard in the first place.
Nope.
However, he is not going to break the shield. He's going to use a different reaction here. Being damaged by an enemy, he is going to use his predictive repositioning to gain resistance to the damage, and then immediately teleport up to 15 feet away.
Oh, all right.
Fucker.
He is going to teleport right over to here. As you slice into him, and immediately some of the blood that oozes out turns into a cloudy mist. And when you next look, you realize that Thinker is in a completely different space behind Amara.
Get back here, nerd. I'm in quickened.
You do have that one last strike. Unfortunately, that is a big ol' whiff.
I still have 2 hero points.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
No dice, unfortunately.
Oh.
All right. That brings us to Thinker's turn. He is no longer off guard. You are no longer quickened, Durgesh, and you are now fatigued. And Thinker, you're up.
Fucking lovely. All right. Amara, did you shoot last round?
Yep.
Did you? And you reloaded, right?
Yep. I got moving reload.
All right, lovely.
Base kit of operatives, so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move out
Okay.
of my room to here, and I'm gonna live wire Kian.
Okay, they are gonna have cover because Amara's in the way.
I meant Archean. I'm committing an act of PvP here. I mean, also, I'm not evil. Promise.
Well, he would have greater cover because Paul's in
No,
the way.
my plan.
All right, there's a cover. Go ahead and make your strike.
I'm killing this man.
No, you're not.
I have 1 hero point left.
Please kill him before he kills me.
That. I think
There you
is
go.
Get wrecked.
Damn, that'll do it.
going to be 4 points of damage.
He only had 2 health left.
Oh, let's fucking go.
So, actually, I think he had exactly 4. But that is going to be enough damage that as the Magic rips towards this Kian. You see the other thinker actually reaching out with a tendril, occult magic seemingly lighting up to potentially heal Kian. Your magic strikes first and strikes this Kian dead on the spot as he screams out in agony and collapses.
I'm gonna, for a free action, I want to turn to Thinker and just go. You really thought, didn't you?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh shit, that was a pun.
Don't
Sorry.
make me attack you too.
I didn't mean it. I truly did not mean that. Being so serious. I
I'd
just
be
want to call
lying
him a
if I
bitch.
said that couldn't have gone better. I suppose I'll just kill you then. Thoughts that Think is not going to bother with any sort of defense here. He is going to guide himself first, and then immediately... oh, wait, never mind. That doesn't even work, because that's a will save. Ignore me. I'm an idiot. We'll just do a third and final mind skewer on you. Give me a will save and crit fail.
Me?
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Another exact success. God damn you. All right. Another 4 points of mental damage to you.
Really?
And for the
Basic.
best final action, Thinker is going to turn and stick a knife into Kimana's side. The wizard with the butter
a
knife. The wizard
butter
with
knife.
the crit butter knife.
What?
As Thinker
For 8
crits,
damage.
crits Kamana. God, that was a max roll, wasn't it?
It was not actually.
Okay.
It could have been 10.
Kamana's gonna like hold where Thinker stabbed her in the gut, and she's like, "What? Why are you doing this? I thought we made friends with each other."
Because you're weak. And people will pay
Are we?
good money for you.
Are we really that weak, considering that your friend's dead and you're dead next?
Well,
Seems
I
like
wouldn't
you're
say you're the weakest
much
prey
weaker.
we've come across, but sacrifices need to be made on the field of battle.
Yes,
I'm
yours.
just gonna
We got it.
throw
My
this
time
out
to
here.
die.
You're far weaker than us.
Dan, you're up.
It's a
Even
free
Carly
action
could
to
take
talk to
Typically,
Thinker of Thought.
yeah, absolutely.
Kian just turns to him. Where's the rest of your crew? Are they in the captain's seat? Are they trying to take this ship?
They already have.
At that, can I, Kimana, do you mind if I do a grapple check to get you in the elevator and then rise it up to the deck so at least this guy can't kill you?
That's bold. You assume he's not survive. Is that around?
Mhm.
He's not, but
I will be fine. I appreciate the thought, though.
Yeah, not a problem. Kian is just going to go up in the elevator to the next floor.
So you step into the
and
elevator, second action to activate it.
And then use whatever movement I have to get to the bridge.
Sure.
Oh,
You have one more full set of movement here.
man. That's a lot of blood out there.
no, not Monaceta.
Go out the door first.
Yeah, you have to
First.
go out of
Well,
the elevator.
yeah, I was doing the math. I think I can get to here.
Five,
Sorry.
Don't tell me
Get
they
to
killed
here.
Monaceta.
Yeah, you can get to there. At which point you can
oh my
already
God.
see at least 2 people on the bridge with Durgesh in the captain's chair and a fully dead member who was a part of Cobalt's crew who was on sort of night bridge watch as a corpse on the floor. Durgesh and Amara sort of look over at you as you step around the corner. Well, you got here quick. Hope you didn't come alone, otherwise this isn't going to be any fun.
Well, your captain's already dead. And can I send like well, I don't understand anything that they say, so I don't respond to them.
They've switched
Okay.
to Pact Common. They managed to pick enough up over the course of sort of your guys' conversation, and through the translators, they have deciphered enough of it that they are speaking in Common at this point.
Very considerate for a bunch of conquerors.
I think they would be speaking Shadow Tongue, because it's only been Vesk and Shadow Tongue, right?
Sure.
Just
They have translators, and they were able to access your systems, so they were able to grab Pact Common as a language during the
Okay.
meal and when you guys were showing them around your ship.
is is Cobalt anywhere within 30 feet of myself?
Not that you can see. He's likely in his quarters still asleep.
Yeah.
This has been
I
a
think
pretty
that's
fast and quiet takeover. So, bitch, when all your enemies know all of your passcodes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, I keep it's my fault. I keep using password 12345. I need to
Yeah.
add the 6 to it. Doesn't work with the add 6.
Oh my
The
God.
6
keep
is what'll
telling you.
make it better.
I keep telling you to add the 6. I mean, my
All
password
right.
is password 1234567.
Oh,
Damn.
She's an
shit.
at symbol for
That's
the A.
unbreakable.
Truly, never been hacked.
Kimana, you're up.
Okay. Well,
Don't forget to
don't
get
really-
4 points back in your Vitality Network.
yes. 4 points back in Vitality Network. Kamana will go ahead and cast Stumble on Thinker,
All right.
or on Thoughts, rather.
That's
Yeah,
another
fuck that
failure.
guy.
Off guard
Okay.
for a round.
And then she will go ahead and guidance Durgesh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thoughts, but I'm not gonna let you hurt me or my friends.
Don't apologize to him. He builds weapons of mass destruction for fun.
I
And I'll
try to
continue to do
guidance
so.
Oh,
Your corpse will make a great armory.
Did you really
Actually-
blow up a Rex?
Okay, I'm sorry, Durgesh, but I think Amara is gonna deal the greater damage. Can I toss that guidance onto Amara?
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Amara has like fatal, and she's gonna blow things up. And
All right. That is going to bring us to not Durgesh's turn, but enemy Durgesh's turn.
That's struck.
Not
Who's,
Nurgash. Thank you for laughing at that.
I just disgusted by you.
you.
All right.
Also an appropriate response.
Durgesh on the captain's chair is just immediately going to stride over to here in front of the door and pull out a pretty massive cannon that is going to fire a globule of energy that detonates right here in all 4 of those squares. Kian, I will need a reflex save from you, please.
Is it a grenade
He's,
launcher?
probably standing
heck?
here. This was area fire. There was a button, Kian. Please hit them. Because a 7 is a critical failure.
Oh no.
So, up to you if you'd like to hero point that.
I will, but I'll do it by using the actual button.
Awesome. I appreciate you.
And get worse. Well,
Not worse.
Better.
That's better.
Take your hero point back. It's at least not a crit fail, so you'll just take full damage here. Which is 4 points of piercing damage. And because you failed the save, you will become suppressed until the start of Durgesh's next turn. Suppressed being you have a circumstance penalty on attack rolls and a 10-foot status penalty to your speed as well.
And that wasn't melee, right?
No, that was a gun.
Sure.
So that was a stellar cannon, big old gun. That does it for his turn, though. So regular Amara, we are up to you.
All right. Sorry, but you're a bit of a gas bag.
As soon as you said Bass, I don't know why, but I thought you were going to call him a Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
That might be a worse insult.
Yeah,
It's a much worse insult. What the fuck?
Unless you've been to the Pyramid Bass Pro Shop.
The Pyramid Bass Pro Shop was really. I went there. That's a good
Oh
pro
my
shop.
goodness, these dice.
Mm-hmm.
That will exactly, or not exactly hit, but it will hit because of the stumble.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
That is the maximum damage I believe you could deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That will absolutely kill Vesk Thoughts.
Bitch.
As the bullet will pierce through them and they will explode. All right.
15, 20.
Durgesh, if you delay initiative, I can.
I will
Get to
also
the elevator.
say, for the sorry to interrupt you, Thinker, before you head up the stairs, Amara. I consider the elevator to sort of be like a gravity well. It isn't like a platform that takes you up. So it's simply when you press the button of the floor you want, it will raise or lesser or intensify gravity to bring everyone to that floor. So while you can't go up quite yet, you can at least get in the elevator.
Okay.
So,
I was gonna, on my
like
turn,
do
hold
that.
my action to hit the button once everyone's in.
So, if you want to get in the elevator, then whoever else gets in the elevator, whenever they hit the button, it'll send everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got one bullet left.
better get to making some.
Yeah. Thinker.
Durgesh,
I
that'll bring
can
us
help
to
you
you.
with that.
I will
I
say,
can help with that for the rest of combat too.
after this fight, you guys are going to get a couple days of downtime at least.
Yay.
So you want me to
Die, Durgesh. He wants you to die.
what? Recharge weapon. I'm using melee weapon right now.
I was gonna use recharge weapon on Amara.
Oh, okay.
I'm just letting Amara know that I have actions. I can
cool.
assist with their unloaded weapon.
You
If you hold
still
your
need
if you
me-
delay your turn, I can get in and hold an action to hit the button. Because I'm not gonna be super useful on this turn when we get up there.
Mhm.
So I'd rather delay my action so you all can have as many actions as you can.
Well, I was probably going to just step. Whichever. We're next to each other anyway, so yeah.
I think
I'm just going to
Thinker's
go in the elevator
saying
and change weapons.
Thinker can give you a full turn, perhaps.
Yeah.
Or at least, if you
I
step
was gonna-
into the elevator, Thinker can get in, press the button, and you'll have 2 full actions on the second floor to do with whatever you'd like.
That's my
Oh.
plan. I was gonna move in and hold an action to push the button, and then probably, I don't know, give a D8 action. No, that's a reaction. I can't do that. Yeah, I was gonna go in and hit the button.
All right. I was just going to switch weapons to the Magatar rifle.
Oh shit, that's a gun. Alright, well, what are you doing, Durgesh? It is your turn.
I'll be like, don't worry about that. I'm just swapping weapons, and I'll go in there. Well, I'll let you. You can do your thing, and I'll go after because I'll still have one action left.
Okay, so you're gonna delay for now?
Yeah.
Alright, then Thinker, that'll bring us to you.
Move in,
Mhm.
ready. Whoa,
Don't
not
worry about
intentional.
it. Just stay
Thank
there.
Ready in action to hit the button the moment. Kimana, do you want to come up the elevator with us?
I don't want you to delay for too long, cause I'm. Okay, yeah, fine. You can delay until I get on the elevator. Yes.
The moment 4 people are on the elevator, I'll hit the button.
Okay.
Okay. Then Durgesh, are you going to continue to delay until after, or until to? Oh my God, you're trying to make my action economy hell, aren't you? Are you just going to continue to delay Durgesh then? If we're going to wait for Kimana to get on board as well? Or...
Yes.
Okay. God damn.
I'll wait for her to get on.
You guys make my life hell. I hope you are aware of that. And
Love
because
you
of
too.
that, Kian's probably going to die, because it's Other Amara's turn now.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately,
fine.
Other Amara hasn't gotten to use their funny ability, so instead they're going to,
Fucking Kimana's on the fucking
step
slip
over
drive.
to here, and are going to aim at Kian, and then they're going to shoot Kian with a bullet.
Does Kian not have cover?
Not from there. Well, they might have lesser cover, but aim ignores lesser cover.
Yep.
That's why aim
Yeah,
is so
that hit.
good.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be 11 points of fire damage to you, Kian, as a bullet of flame shoots past other Durgesh and slams into you, immediately burning through your armor. But that is going to do it for their turn and bring us to your turn, Kian.
Is everybody within 30 feet of me now?
We should be.
Yes.
Kian's gonna send a message to everybody. Save the fucking engine. I don't think I'll make it. He's gonna run in and supernova.
Okay. And you do notice
Oh my God.
other Kimana is there as well.
You are a lunatic.
That hits all of them. Good fucking shit.
Now, Kian, I do want to say, here is about the best you could be because you only have 15 feet of movement right now because of being suppressed.
good.
So,
Yep.
couldn't quite get directly next to other Amara, but you could still do the 15-foot emanation and hit all 3 of the enemies if you wanted, since they're all about 5-10 feet away.
Oh, I can do the 15-foot one?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get them all with the 15-foot. Alright, I'll give them their fortitude saves. Those are failures for Kimana and Amara, and only a success for Durgesh. So go ahead and roll damage.
And that's the 1d8, right?
Yep. And Amara will be blinded.
Can I use a
You
hero
cannot
point
hero
on that?
point the damage roll, unfortunately.
Damage? Damn it.
But, I mean, hey, blinded for a round is pretty huge on some of these guys. Durgesh will take no damage overall because he does have resistance against you, specifically since you are suppressed right now. But both Kimana and Amara will take a bit of damage. And that will bring us to Kimana's turn. Get your Vitality
Yes.
Network up.
Yes.
Did he just say he's gonna die?
Oh,
you did.
shit.
Alright, so you first action stepping
Sorry.
into the elevator?
Yeah.
Okay.
And... Sorry. Okay.
Things are fucked with how everything is. You cannot stand in the top left corner of
Okay.
this elevator.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the top left will always just automatically take you up.
Okay. I'm going to give myself 8 HP back.
Makes sense.
No, that's not right. I'll just heal it automatically. Okay. So one action to move into the elevator. And then with my last action, I don't want to guidance anybody because I don't think there will be a chance. Okay, so where is... Okay. When Thinker hits the button, can he go all the way up to the top?
He can choose what floor you all go
Okay.
to.
Okay. Then Kamana will guidance Durgesh.
Okay.
Actually, does Durgesh have
No.
have his gun? No. Okay, then I'll guidance Thinker.
Okay. Thinker, grab your guidance.
Thank you.
And that will finally bring us to Durgesh's turn.
All right. I step on the elevator.
All right.
I hit the button.
First action, you step on the elevator. Second action, all of you people go flying up.
Wow.
Was this the floor you were sending everyone to, Thinker?
Yes.
Okay. And
To,
you have 2 actions left, Durgesh.
We're rescuing Kian.
I'm going to do an interact to swap from my dueling sword to my... I'm going to switch to the rotor laser.
Okay.
And for my last action, I'm going to step out. Oop, how does this work again? I have like 3 different games where there's different ways of doing measurements.
For some reason, I also think that the Wayfinder's slightly broken on here because it should be auto-measuring it. And it's sort of forcing you onto the measuring tool for some reason.
Right.
But as you come around the corner, you can see Kian nearly dead, barely injured Amara and Kimana, uninjured Durgesh, and 2 brutally dead of the pirate crew.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to not Kimana's turn, who is currently blind, unfortunately. Does not like that at all, at all. That's actually really fucking awful, I'm not gonna lie. She is going to use 1 action to stride over to here. For her second action, she is going to attempt to recharge Durgesh's weapon and fail to do so. And for her third action, she will attempt to do so again, and this time succeed. So she will successfully recharge Durgesh's weapon for her, even for him, even while blinded. And that's going to bring us to Durgesh's turn. Goodness gracious, he is dazzled right now.
Razzle dazzle.
We cannot let Kian die.
You don't have to worry about that, I don't think. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Alright, he is going to come striding out to here, and unfortunately, he doesn't quite have line of effect to get it directly into the elevator, but he can area fire to specifically right there. So I will need a reflex save from both Kimana and Amara.
Thinker, to make sure I don't forget this, please take the motivating ringtone buff.
Amara, that will just barely fail. Kimana, that just barely fails.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to live with it.
Okay. That is going to be full damage to both of you, and you will both become suppressed.
What does suppress do again?
Well, first, that's going to be 12 damage to each of you.
Ow.
And suppressed is a -1 circumstance penalty to attack rolls and a -10 foot status penalty to speed. You still standing, Kimana?
No.
All right. Kimana will unfortunately fall unconscious from the cannon launch. And that will bring us to actual Amara's turn. We cannot hear you if you're talking, by the way, Amara.
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I saw you aim, and I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I know who's getting... By the way, you can't really shoot. There's technically a wall right there,
Oh.
which is why he couldn't put the AoE right here in the center of the
Okay.
room.
And I'll move to here.
Perfect, and then
Aim.
that'll hit with that shot.
Yeah.
All right. A good damage roll. He is going to resist it ever so slightly, simply because you are suppressed right now. By the way, could you get there with one action? That was 25 feet. Keep in mind, you only have 20 feet of movement right now.
Oh, 20 feet, so I'd be right here.
Suppressed is a 10-foot speed penalty.
Okay.
But I believe that does it for your turn. Aim, move, shoot. And so that is going to bring us, thankfully, all this noise has managed to awaken Cobalt, who is going to step up to his door, not quite sure what's going on, but he is going to see you unconscious on the floor, Kimana, and I'm going to assume, because you made the offer to join his crew, that he might have added, at the very least, you to his vitality network.
Yes.
And so he is going to go ahead and give you 14 health back.
Oh my fucking god.
He is going to use the entirety of his vitality network.
Bless up. Thank you.
I'm gonna kiss that man.
So you will come back to consciousness, Kimana. Is that all your health?
Yes.
It's a little horrifying. But that'll do it for his turn. Move, open, door, heal. So Thinker, we are up to you.
Can't help Kian. Synthesize. We're not letting synthesize medical work for this, are we?
How do you mean?
I can't use it on someone else.
No,
even if
you
I do a
drink
roll.
it and immediately consume and digest it.
I know. I was hoping that you would let me do a thing.
No,
That you would be kind to me.
I'm not a nice person. We know this.
10, 20. Cool. I'm gonna get right here next to Amara. Amara, you just shot with your gun, right?
Yep.
Recharge weapon.
Okay, your weapon is loaded.
And shield. This only lasts one round.
What, recharge?
Guidance.
Oh, yes. Shoot the pistol.
Can't get Kian out of there. Fuck! Fuck! Shoot the pistol.
Okay.
Shoot the beast.
Shoot the pistol.
Go
I can't
for
do it
it.
because it's not loaded. It fucking... Okay, shut up. God, it's loaded now. God, what the fuck?
Oh. Thanks for
Sorry.
reminding me.
Was I allowed to hit the button?
You are. Go ahead and roll an
Thank
attack.
God. I shoot him in the face.
By a miracle, the guidance turns it into an exact hit.
Shout out to my girl Kimana.
Of course.
When no one got me, I know she's got me.
Of course.
By some miracle, you deal 5 damage.
Shout out to my girl Kimana. When no one's got me, I know she's got me.
All right. Well, that is going to bring us to Vesk Amara, who is currently blind, awfully, which is very, very rough, but is going to try and bring down Kian here. So she's going to aim against Kian. The blind check doesn't matter on that. And she's going to try and... she has to use an action to reload first, since she did not do that last turn. So final action will be an attempt to shoot you, Kian. And although she naturally made the hidden check, she will just barely miss the actual shot. So you will remain standing. At the beginning of your turn, all of the enemies will lose their blinded and dazzled conditions. And you're up, Kian.
Kian, get clear.
We've got your back.
Kian is
Dodge.
wounded. He's gonna drag himself 5 feet. Is there an action that is required for the solar shield?
You have the solar shield, correct? So you can use an action to raise a shield, which if you go into your basic action macros, you should see at the bottom of the second column. It's a toggle, which gives you a bonus to your AC, and then you can use a reaction to potentially block some damage.
Oh, so it's a reaction, not a...
Yeah.
I have to activate it, and then it's a reaction?
Yes, so you activate it with a single action, which will give you an AC bonus, and then when you take damage, you use a reaction to reduce the damage you take.
Okay, so he's going to activate his solar shield. He's going to drag his sword, and he's going to move here and attack.
Okay.
I think that's 3 actions, right?
That should be all 3, yeah. Who you attacking?
Fake Kamana.
Okay, don't forget to target.
Oops.
You're making my life difficult.
This is so fucking stressful.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Kill her.
What? Wait, no.
For 6 points of damage. And for the first time, she is going to scream in pain. Her voice does work.
As she screams in pain, surrender. I might not live through this, but you have a chance to live through this. They're already surrounded. They're already defeated. I have accepted my defeat. Have you accepted yours?
Kian, I'm not gonna let you die!
Kian, don't forget to raise your shield, which should be basic action macros, so 2 on your hotbar, and bottom of the second column should have a little raise a shield button. You should be able to just click that.
That doesn't have a reflex saves, does it?
It does not.
I talked it twice and it doesn't.
Is it not working?
Yeah, I don't think it's working because I punched it a couple of times and it
isn't. It's probably because of the shield not actually existing in your inventory. I thought the feat would do it. I will, between session, make a solar shield item in your inventory that should allow that to work for you.
All right, and it has 5 points of health damage.
That it has 5 plus 2 times your level, so it has 7, but it has no hardness, so it doesn't actually reduce damage at all. It'll just take damage at the same time you do. But when it's destroyed, are you photon attuned or graviton attuned right now?
Photon.
Oh.
So it's going to explode.
Yes. Although your sheet does say you're graviton right now. Why would that be?
Oh, I've always been photon
Did they
attuned. I
add
don't know why.
cycle back to supernova?
Supernova has cycle on it, yeah.
Did they add it back? Because I know they took it off.
Do we have the errata details in here?
That's what I am checking real quick.
Yeah, and I thought it was broken, so I was more forced to attune to photon than to graviton.
Yes. So you will start every combat effectively auto-attuning to photon. Whenever you use an action that has the cycle trait, which Supernova has right now, it will switch you to the opposing. Or you can just use attune to switch what you're in right now. I thought they had changed it.
Wait, so
I don't have
so
the
if his
action.
shield, if his shield gets hit, he explodes.
If he's photon attuned.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's technically the most recent errata should have removed the cycle trait from Black Hole and Supernova, so you should still be in photon attunement.
Okay.
Because of that, that's a Foundry issue, not a you issue at all. Although I don't like that because I feel like it should still cycle. But yeah, photon attuned Solaris shield is actually pretty cool when it breaks.
Anything last, just on a free action that's just communicating with people.
Yeah.
Keon sees Durgish out of the corner of his eye, turns to him. Save the ship. I don't know if I'll make it. Just save the ship. Keep us safe. Keep us all safe.
Durgesh, what are you gonna do?
I am going to stream Affinity's Invest at Vestamara.
Fair enough.
Calling him a coward for doing this in the middle of the night attack. And I'm like that. I expected better of a warrior of the Vesterium.
Oh, have you never ambushed an enemy? I'm not a warrior of the Vescarium. I'm a mercenary.
Well, I'm still
we do
trying
what
to
it takes to get it done.
Bitch is a
Yes,
bitch.
that scans. Go ahead and kill her.
Oh, I think I'm.
That is a success.
Oh boy.
Despite her tough act, she's definitely nervous. You guys have put up a better fight than she was expecting.
And then free action. That's Sorrel.
Frightened 2. That's awesome.
And then
right.
I'm going to auto fire. Oh, I'll do this one.
Okay, so that is going to be Kimana, Amara, and Real Kian all have to give a reflex save.
Yep.
Reminder, cones start from the corner of your square. Shame on you.
Oh. Oops.
All right. Full damage to Kian.
You're not supposed to be on a failed.
Kian,
A
why?
crit success for Kimana and
Are you
Amara.
Oh,
fucking serious?
It was an
Are
exact
you
crit success for
fucking
Kimana and a
serious?
nat 20 for Amara.
Hey, Mr.
I will
Jericho.
hero roll that.
Don't worry, I only rolled 1 damage.
Hey, fucking shit.
Oh, well then never mind. I won't hero roll that. I'll take the 1 damage.
Hey, Mr. Jericho.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I deserve to be cursed for that.
Fuck you.
Excuse me. I'm going to take a free action to find the nearest airlock and space myself because I'm fucking useless.
Now, I do believe, Durgesh, because of your action hero, when you make a... is it not when you auto-fire a weapon, or is it primary target? You can choose
primary
a
target.
Single creature, either adjacent to the center point or closest within the cone to be the primary target. You immediately get to make a ranged strike using your weapon.
Maybe I'll get a chance and actually hit. No.
I also do
'Cause I
believe
have-
it should have map, technically. Because auto-firing and area fire does still have the attack trait.
Well, doesn't matter.
Does not hit, unfortunately.
See, that's 1, 2, 3. All right. I will figure out how many shots I shot there.
Should have been 3 shot there, I believe. Is auto-fire, it's 2 per target. So that should have been 6.
Yeah, so 6 and then 7.
Yeah.
All right.
Which technically you couldn't fire if you were out of ammo, but whatever. Foundry make things difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I put a fresh battery in.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And then you have one action left.
Difficult.
No, because I intimidated.
Oh, you did. Correct. Thank you. Alrighty. Well, that is going to become Vesk Kimana's turn. I'm so sorry, Durgesh, that happened. I was really excited for that.
Free action, blow you up with my mind, Mr. Jericho.
Does that make Cian suppressed?
Technically, it does. I think.
Shit.
Do you have area suppression?
I probably should.
Oh yeah, no, it's enemies in the affected area who fail their save become suppressed.
Oh, hey. Oh,
Kian
that's
is
cool.
not an enemy unless you want him to be.
All right. Well, he's trying to get himself killed, so.
Not trying to get myself killed.
Vesk Kimana is, since she can see Durgesh from where she is going to use her entire vitality network to heal Veskworld Durgesh 10 health. Because we're all menaces here. Oh, whoops, did not mean to get rid of that from her. We're at to set up base of 0. And then because she has 2 actions left, and even though she dodged it, that gun was a little scary, she is going to target you, Durgesh, with a briny bolt. So she is going to go ahead and make a single attack against you. That is going to... I'm so sorry, that's another nat 20.
Jericho,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Don't worry, I'm a trash
That's like
character,
5
so...
nat 20.
Jericho, what the fuck?
I don't know. So that's going to be
What
15
the
damage
fuck?
to you, Durgesh.
What the fuck?
And you are going to become dazzled for a minute, technically, blinded for a round.
What the fuck?
So you will watch Durgesh just get hit with a bolt of water and immediately drop like a sack of potatoes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Real Kamana, that'll bring us to you.
First action, stand up.
Yep, I believe your Vitality Network is full now.
No, it's at 4 because I used 8 on myself.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Kamana is gonna come around the corner and free action talk to Vesk Kamana and say, You scream. Can you talk after all?
Of course I can. Why would I not
Why?
be able to?
Meanwhile, I'm twitching on the floor.
We're supposed to be putting smiles on everybody's faces.
I'm putting a smile on my own face. That's enough for me.
And then Kamana will Cobalt be able to heal Durgesh?
Feasibly.
Okay, then I'll transfer vitality to Kion instead.
Okay.
4 HP for Kion.
Sounds
thank
good.
God.
And here's where I die.
Barely hanging in there.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then that's my turn.
That will
sorry.
bring us back to false Durgesh. By the way, don't forget to heal your 4. Kian.
Oh, I did.
Okay. I didn't see it. Oh, there we go. Chat didn't update for me. Durgesh is going to use 1 action to reload his cannon, and he unfortunately sees Thinker and Amara right next to each other, who are
Oh no.
no longer suppressed, I should mention. And so he is going to fire Thinker and Amara. That's a reflex save for both of you.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's right.
Successes for both of you, so that's going to be half damage. Which was unfortunately a max roll. And neither of you will become suppressed. That is going to bring us to Cobalt's turn. He gets 4 points back on his network. He was going to grab Durgesh, but he's going to get Amara up instead.
Does he have healing spells?
So, first things first, Amara, that's 4 health to you. He does not.
Oh my god, Cobalt, my guy.
He is going to step out, though, and make a strike with his phase cutlass. And that is a crit.
Thank fuck.
Based Cobalt coming to save
Based
the day.
For
Cobalt.
16 damage, my god.
I'm going to kiss Jericho. I'm going to kiss this man.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you want. Thinker, that brings us to you. As
Oh my god.
Vesk Durgesh, because of that blow, is nearly dead.
Gonna synthesize medical.
Okay, heal yourself up.
Give myself a med patch. So I can hit the funny use button. Oh,
Hey, your blood's
Funny
purple.
yeah, my blood is. I noticed that last round. It's weird.
Hang on.
Do you guys have
Hang
any
on.
idea how much you're going to have to clean your bridge after this?
Oh boy. Yay.
2 health.
I healed 2 hit points.
Whoa, you'll live forever.
Third action to shoot him in the face.
Okay.
I want fake Durgesh dead.
You realize you need like a 14 on your die.
Why does it say I still need to I just reloaded this gun.
Foundry thinks.
I hate
You have to hit the
Foundry.
load button every time for how batteries work.
God damn it.
I know.
Okay, whatever. I'm shooting him with a
Someday,
gun.
That does not hit.
someday they'll make it work.
Whatever. Fine. It's whatever. I'm still gonna make out with fucking Cobalt at the end of this.
Can I have 3 hero points left? Can I give one to Thinker since we're
No,
in such a
nope.
don't
desperate
give me.
situation?
Don't give me one. Don't give
Oh,
me
wait.
one.
I think I see what
No.
you're going to do.
Because I'm gonna warp probability.
Oh.
All right. Reroll as a fortune effect.
And I get to take the better roll.
Oh,
Go!
You have effectively a 50% chance of killing him with this damage roll.
Fucking go! Let's fucking
Go.
go!
He had exactly 5 health remaining.
Die!
So between Cobalt's Blade and Thinker, almost missing, but at the last moment warping probability to turn that laser pistol shot, it burns off the side of false Durgesh's face, and he will fall to the ground dead. There are only 2 enemies remaining, but Veskamara is up first.
I clapped so hard my hands hurt.
She is...
Don't do that.
Her weapon is not loaded right now, so she is going to have to use 1 action to load it. She's then going to aim. The question is at who?
shoot me, you motherfucker.
Kimana is her target. Your happy-go-lucky attitude really pisses them off, Kimana. Not gonna lie.
Well, Kamana's pissed right now.
That's fair. She's still frightened too, thankfully. And that's what makes it not crit.
You're
and she's
welcome.
gonna deal minimum damage, only 5 fire damage to you, Kimana.
Suck a dick. Fucking Amara.
Hey, I did something
Oh,
useful.
yeah, so deadly.
Kian, that's gonna bring us back to your turn.
Kian is, again, in just a battle mode.
Yeah?
Tell me why I should not kill you.
They don't
You have
offer any
taken the
reason.
ship. All right.
It's a fight to the death. Kill or be killed. If we
Death
win, we're
is
better.
necessary.
If we don't, that's how it is.
He is gonna strike at fake Kamana.
Go for it. That will just barely miss.
I've got one more hero point. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use it.
Fuck it.
A
And that is an exact crit.
Yes. Yes. Based Kion.
20 points of damage. That is a death. And with strangely a grin on her face, fake Kamana will die smiling. And I believe you have 2 actions left, Kian.
Kion again. To fake Amara. This is your last chance to live.
Jesus Christ. Who doesn't exist in this
Seriously?
universe.
Durgus would be so
Gods
mad
above.
if he heard this.
Stop offering mercy. We won't hesitate to kill you. Give me the same fucking courtesy.
Seriously.
Oh. If you insist, I'll give you the courtesy of a swift death.
My God. Just fucking end my life. That's a hit. Another 12 damage. She is near death, but instead she is going to smirk at you as the blade cuts across her, bleeding profusely. My God, you can't even give me a quick death like you promised.
Yeah, he's too merciful.
Agreed.
I'd rather see you alive than see you bleeding in the gutters. But if you insist,
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna die in
space
3 from
myself
cringe.
at this rate.
What's wrong with fake Amara? Why are they such a prick?
Because they're just like me.
No, you're nice.
Unfortunately, that will miss and bring us to Durgesh's turn. Who, Durgesh, I am going to need a recovery check from, please.
Okay.
Durgus, you have a
there
hero
it is.
point.
All right.
You do have a
I
hero
do have a
point, so
hero
you cannot
point.
technically die. Your dying value would increase to 3 here. You can also spend your last hero point to just wake up at 1 hit point if you would prefer.
I think you guys got it.
Fair enough. Kimana, that'll bring us back to you.
Okay.
I'm a trash character. I'm not gonna help.
No. Oh, Durgash,
You
no.
will
Here,
get some self-confidence, my gods.
have
oh
4 hit
gosh,
points. 4 hit points for you, Durgash, as I transfer vitality. And then Kamana's going to run in here and with a pretty morbid look on her face, go for a strike at fake Amara.
Because of flanking, that'll hit. Give me the coup de grace, Kamana.
Yeah, and Baton doesn't have non-lethal. As Kamana is like lifting this baton to brain fake Amara, she will say in the last moment, "I'm sorry we couldn't be friends."
Best of our pubes.
Oh no! That's fake Amara. Oh yeah.
She just laughs as you say that until the light leaves her eyes, and she falls over dead.
Oh, they killed me.
Durgesh dead.
I don't know why I have a stall.
Don't worry
Keon
about
is
it.
just gonna.
Hang on a second.
That's a Foundry thing.
Kiana's just gonna kind of fall back and just fall into a corner, like exhausted, almost killed.
Yeah.
I
And
can
I'm
I
just
run
kind
to
of-
the engine room? Oh, sorry.
Amara, get us out here.
First things first, before you guys are able to go anywhere else, with the dead crew of the Marauda at your feet, around you, Cobalt confused, but just running with the situation, because that's just what he does. We have gone very over, so that is
Yeah.
going to be where we end our session for today.
Yeah.
However, that is also where we are going to officially reach level 2.
Yes.
Oh, man.
As
Time
Kamana
to
becomes
level up.
deeply traumatized.
Maybe I won't
You
suck so
gained
much.
trauma.
same with
It, dude,
sorry,
Durgesh,
continue.
genuinely don't worry about it. Level 1 is always weird like this. Starfinder, Pathfinder, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for playing. I do hope you enjoyed the session.
Fantastic. Thank you,
I
Mr.
will,
Jericho.
see you all next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Definitely enjoyed
Thank
it.
you, Mr.
Yep.
Jericho.